Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. You want to say hello?
Hi.
So this is my daughter Emery, and we were just reading. So if you have followed us for a while, you know that we homeschool our kids. We've got 4 daughters, we homeschool, and we run this page, we do a lot of stuff. But I was super inspired today, and I wanted her to share a little bit, or just wanted to give you a new picture, or just maybe a different vision of what your journey might look like. So whether your journey has to do with, like for example, what I'm going to share with you is Emery's journey on reading, but it's no different than somebody's journey in their health and fitness journey. Most people, they will watch other people, Emery, right? And they will compare their journey to somebody else's fat loss. They will watch other people and go, I didn't get that fast enough, or how come my results aren't the same as their results? I hear this all the time. How come my fat loss isn't as fast as my husband's or my friends or all of the people online that I see or compare myself to, right? Well, you could have done the same thing, right? With your reading. So Emery could say, hey, how come I didn't catch on to reading as fast as some other kids did, maybe at like 6 or 7, right? Right? But what we found is Emery has to learn how to read differently, right? So we've got to pick apart the words. We've got to take it a little bit slower. We've got to do it at her own pace. And so everything that we do is still on a journey to better, right? So would you say when we started this journey, when we figured out how your brain works, right? Just like you figure out how your body works. When we figured out how your brain works and how you learn best to read, did you ever give up?
No.
Okay. And do you remember how many years it's taken us just to get here? So when I was homeschooling her in the very beginning, when you were about 5 and 6, we were working on learning how to read. It wasn't clicking. So then at 6.5 or so, we dove in and did something called vision eye therapy. That took her out of reading for a year. So she did vision eye therapy almost every day for a year. We didn't even touch reading. That brought her to almost 8 years old. Then we started reading and learning how to read and dissecting words from 8 to 9. Now, if you are thinking or looking at your journey of fat loss, people will go, man, it's taken Emery from 6.5 till she'll be 10 in August, right? To focus on what she needs to do, to take it slow, to not compare herself to others, right?
Yeah.
Is that hard sometimes?
Yes.
Yes. It gets frustrating when you see other people doing something either at a younger age or the books that you want to read, right? But what do we do every single day? Practice, we read, we work on it, even in the mundane, even though you don't love it all the time, right?
Nope.
Sometimes it's boring.
Yes.
All the stuff we have to do, right?
Yeah.
But the key is this, she's never given up. And if you were to watch her story, like she's worked so hard every single day doing lessons and doing vision eye therapy for a year. Like what you need to understand is this. Her journey of reading is no different than your journey on this health and fitness journey. Whether you're comparing your results to somebody else, it might take you a year before you see the results that you want. Are you willing to keep going? Like, are you going to keep going?
Yes.
Right. Like it might take you another year to get to where you want to be, but you've already increased significantly, do you think?
Yes.
Like you can read better, you can read fluently. Do you feel like sometimes when you read signs at stores, are you excited?
Yes.
Right. No different than sometimes people get frustrated because you might not see the scale move, but when you get so excited when you see that 1 or 2 or 3 pounds. So do you have anything else you want to say, or do you want me? You can go play with the kids.
You can.
Okay, you can go play. Thank you. So I was just inspired by her because we were just reading and she has come, you did great. She has come, what did you like? Yes. She has come so far. And I was thinking, man, this is no different. This is no different than somebody's health and fitness journey. Are you willing to give it 6 months? Are you willing to stick with this for a year? Are you willing to go, what I'm doing isn't working, I need to make a pivot, which is what we're going to talk about here very soon, not right now, but I'll come back on in the next day or two. I don't know, actually I'm not going to preface it that way. There's a lot of things that people need to understand before diving into strict keto, right? What I'm finding is most people hear keto, they want fat loss, they dive into eating all this high fat, and it's not quite working for them right away. Or what you're doing is you're trying to do the same diet that your friend did and it might not be working, or you're trying to follow the exact same macros as your spouse or your whoever, right? But you need to figure out what works best for you. And following a very simple guide like Emery's been doing for her reading, if you take it slow, if you take it steady, if you do certain things, like you will get to where you want to go. It might not be in the time frame that you want. Emery would have loved to be a phenomenal reader, reading chapter books at the age of 8. And there are days that she does not love all of the work that we have to do, that she gets to do. So with all of that said, I just was watching her and I was like, man, if people could just watch the journey that she's been on for, honestly, it'll be almost 3 years and still going. When she's 20, people won't know what she had to go through to get to where she is, right? Even give yourself a year. If you are willing to stick with this, stick with the journey, follow a process. If what you're doing is not working, let's talk and let's make a pivot, right? Usually when somebody messages me and says man, I've been doing this for a month or 3 months, I don't see the fat loss. You just need to understand it a little bit better. You might be eating too much fat. There's so many variables. Message me and I can help you, right? There's lots of things that can be done to make a little bit of a pivot to help you on your journey. If we didn't make that little pivot with Emery and her reading, we wouldn't be where we are today. And so I just wanted her to, she's super inspiring and she's super consistent. That is another key. Consistency, effort, and action will get you to where you want to go. She wants to read these massive chapter books so badly, but she's got to do all of the work first to get to where she's going to go eventually. So I hope that made sense. Don't compare your journey to anybody else's. I want you to just simply think this really quick. If you've switched to eating healthier, I'm not saying keto. I'm saying if you've gotten the junk out of your home, or if you've gotten the junk out of your lunches and your breakfast and your dinners, if you are eating real food, if you know, man, I'm not eating junk, I'm not drinking soda, I've cut all of that garbage out, then just think to yourself, what I'm doing to my body is great, right? So I might not see the results that I want, but it makes sense. If I'm eating good food, if I'm getting some sleep, if I'm moving my body and going for walks, it will work, right? Don't give up. Don't go back to the same way that you were eating. Don't go back and go, I've got to try something different. This hasn't worked. It's been a month. It might take a while. So I just wanted to encourage you. I hope you have a great day. And yeah, maybe we should do something fun. What is your favorite inspirational quote? What is something that pushes you every single day? Or if you have one of those days where you're oh, this is so hard, what motivates you? What inspires you? What keeps you going? Do you have a phrase or a song or a book or something? Why don't you share below? And that's it. So everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.